while ago I was out here walking around wishing the sun would shine. And I was washing this trailer and I went in the house and I was going to let my shoes and my socks dry from working out here in the wet cold. And I looked up and the sun's shining. It's just like, hey, old man wishes do come true. So that's just the awesomest thing. Thank you, Lord. Years ago we had a Class C camper and it didn't have leveling jacks on it. So to level it, you had to change the height of the tires. And I had a bunch of these little, what do you call that? They call it a tri-leveler. But it's basically a triangle shaped piece of plastic. It could be a piece of wood too. And after I sold the camper, I thought, well, these things were hanging in the garage and they didn't go with it. I didn't think I even had them, forgot about it. And I thought, what am I ever going to do with them? And then it occurred to me, an old truck driving trick we used to do is if we had a dual axle tractor or trailer and one of the tires went flat, we could jack it up without a jack by putting a block under one tire, and when we drove up on the block it would raise the other tire too. That's what we did here. I was thinking, you know, I'm going to have to drag a jack out here in the gravel and jack this up. No, I don't. I just put that down, drove up on it, and this tire right here comes off the ground. That's pretty handy. So let me get a wrench and we'll take your lug nuts off. Well, let's talk a little bit about these hubs. This has a grease zerk on it, and there's grease inside of that squirts into the axle and then goes in amongst the bearings. And this is designed so that you can fit your grease fitting right onto that. And then I'm going to be pumping this with one hand, which is kind of hard to do. Let me try sitting you here. I'm going to point it kind of at the grease fitting. Plug that into there and then pump this from here. And what should happen is the grease should go into that and then come out here. And when it comes out of the edges, I'll know that I have gotten grease in there because it will be pushing out some of the old grease. That's kind of what these are designed for. They allow you to grease the bearings on your trailer without having to take the wheels off. I'm pumping here, just pumping away. Probably should have a better grease gun, one of them long handled ones instead of one of this little short one. It makes me have to work so hard with my hands. I see grease coming out now. So if you look right in there, you'll see there's grease. See that grease that just came out of there? So that's what the purpose of those are. Now what happens is when you're missing the cover that goes over this grease just leaks out and then dust sticks to it. So instead of being fairly clean like that one, it gets all ugly like this one. Well, I just happen to have bought some new grease caps. I'm going to put one on here right now. So here's my little grease cap, and I'm just going to fit it right on here, right where it would fit. And gently tap it onto there. Sometimes you have trouble getting it on. You can take a flat-headed screwdriver and put it here and hit that. That's what I'm going to do. You really don't want to hit this too hard. You want to be a little careful with it so you don't bend it up. You're being tricky. You're being a little tricky. Trick is to get it in there straight and to not having it be all wonky jawed. Wonky jawed, that's another word I could talk about. Wonky jawed. We don't want it all wonky jawed, we want it in there straight. I did a video talking about cattywampus the other day. Wonky jawed is kind of like the same thing as cattywampus almost. Oh, see how much fun I'm having with this? Now, so y'all watching this, you must be having fun watching this. You must be having almost as much fun as I'm having doing it. Oh, now you can get on there. Seems like it wants to go in there crooked no matter what, don't it? Here we are again, back where we started from. Alrighty then. Going on there now, but it took a little persuading.